How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and today we're going to be taking a look at some Pokemon news, games, rumors, everything like that about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage, and let's get started with the first thing, which is this post right here. Now, you guys may already know about this. I made a video about this yesterday. You can watch that one if you want to. But it's basically that coming up this week, according to this like Japanese variety TV show called Pokidoko, which if you do not know what these are variety shows that basically are TV shows actually ran by the Pokemon Company, where they oftentimes like have just fun little games and stuff for children to watch in Japan before the the Sunday morning cartoons and the Saturday morning cartoons kick off. And in this case, apparently on the 24th of April, which is this Sunday, there's going to be brand new information about the latest Pokemon games revealed. Now, this usually means that there's going to be news before this day happens. So before this Sunday, there should be news, which means we will probably be seeing news either tomorrow or the day after that, right? So there's a chance. But if it doesn't happen in these next few days, throughout this week, then it's going to happen on Sunday. We're going to see some news. But that's not really what we're going to talk about. I want to bring this up because it's going to kind of connect well into the rest of the stuff we're going to talk about here. But let's get into the other thing, which is this post right here from Soul Silver Art, who says, "You may have missed this, but I'm pretty sure we may have stumbled upon the thing that inspired all of the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It may even be one of the legendaries, the Indalo. Also, it's from Almeria in Andalusia. The Scarlet and Violet region name could start with an A." And here's what we're talking about. Apparently, it's this symbol here, and it's Indalo. Indalo is a prehistoric magical symbol found in the cave of Los Letreros, the signboards, in Sierra de Maria Los Valles Natural Park in Vélez Blanco, Almeria, in Spain. It has been customary to paint this Indalo symbol on the front of the houses and businesses to protect them from evil, similar to Coco Pelli of the southwestern U.S., and is considered to be a god totem. And the Indalo has an origin in the Levante, Spain, and dates back to 2500 BC. The pictograph was named in memory of Saint Indalicious and means Indal Esius, messenger of the gods in the Iberian language. So kind of a strange one, but apparently legend has it that the Indalo was a ghost that could hold and carry a rainbow in his hands, thus the arc over the head of the man. The Indalo have been adopted as the official symbol in the provinces of Almeria in Spain. So again, interesting connections here, and this kind of, it's just a weird thing because it connects over to this other post which he made, which is, what if it's based on the Indalo? Remember how PLA hinted at Gen 9? What Pokemon was the third legend and main antagonist? What if it's a ghost dragon or based on this ghost and still dark? Read this link for the full story. We've come full circle with the rainbow. If we open up this post, we can go further into what this whole theory and what's all based on. So is this image right here, which says, or even this Spanish myth Indalo. Legend has it that Indalo was a ghost that could hold and carry a rainbow in its hands, thus the arc over the head of the man. Oh, this is very interesting. A ghost affiliated with rainbow lines up quite nicely with the potential invisible legendary that's been seen in the trailer. I can see the Indalo man being used as an inspiration for sure. Game Freak likes putting in these really obscure references, and it continues on further in the original post, kind of like, adding to this theory. Now, what do you guys think about this? Do you think they would use this as a basis? I thought V at the first, but turns out the symbol was correlating to an A. And here's what it says. Actually, the character as it was present in Galar could mean any of the letters A and U and N. And considering the little point thing, the second character has the first two letters. Could be a lot, but the ones that I thought were most likely are A, B, A, R, A, C, A, N, U, N, N, E, N, A, and N, I. Maybe like Argos, Nari, Abir, Akria. I don't know, just making gibberish. Super cool though. And they're just kind of speculating what the name of the region could be, which I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. But there's a lot of like potential here for what this all could relate to. But I would love to know you guys' thoughts and opinions on it down in the in the comment section down below. We'll continue over though next to specifically r/PokeLeaks over on Reddit, where this man called Ambassador Rude posted this about 4 hours ago, saying Scarlet and Violet just posted this, and this will be his last any credibility to this post. Now, Scarlet and Violet is this random account that posts stuff claiming it's real info, real leaks and stuff. I wouldn't trust it because it has been incorrect about basically everything so far, but I still thought it's worth it to share because people send these my way and ask me like, hey, cover it, take a look at it and stuff like that. So I thought we'd just still cover it and see what he has to say. But basically he says desert area, Newmont, and he has a picture there, which I don't know if that's from the game or whatever, but he says there's a tomato Pokemon, which is a fire grass type, which really is I guess fair. I don't really know. Does that connect to like, I think there is like a tradition in Spain where people throw tomatoes at each other. Maybe that's what this is based on. A fire grass type would actually be pretty cool though, I'm not gonna lie. Fully evolved regional bird, flying, fighting, which I do wonder what that would be based on then, if it's a fire, like, you know, flying, fighting type. I do wonder. And then a random Pokemon, which is a psychic fairy type. That's the last time you see me. Goodbye. Again, this is the SV guy, and I don't really, I'm gonna be honest, my man does not have a good track record of being correct about really anything. So again, everything he says I would take with a mountain of salt, not even a grain of salt. Like this is the type of thing where like literally you would need like an ocean of water to like swallow down all that salt that you need to consume to like understand how unlikely it is what he's saying is true. Like saying there's a desert area with new Pokemon is not really that difficult to know. We already know that from the trailers. That's not really anything new. As for there being a tomato Pokemon, I wouldn't mind that, but again, like, there's no context to it. He just said it. So yeah, unless he has some proof, then fair enough. Other than that, I don't really know if we should believe it or take it, you know, on face value as anything more than, you know, a rumor, right? So it's a rumor. I could be totally wrong. And the SV guy could totally screw me over at the end. I mean, just be like, you know, look, the tomato Pokemon is real, bitch. But like, my point is, I don't think it's real. So I wanted to know you guys' thoughts, opinions, but we continue on, which is a kind of an alternative look at the leaks from Ku and the Uncle, which, if you don't know who Ku is, it's the Riddler Ku. It's an individual that basically leaked a bunch of stuff last year, basically leaked all of like the info that we ended up knowing ahead of time about Legends Arceus and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, and he riddled a bunch of that stuff. And the Uncle is a Chinese leaker. There's actually multiple of them, and there are different leakers. Not all of them are Chinese. The Uncle usually is referencing to a Chinese leaker that often has been 100% correct and has given a lot of riddles and stuff ahead of time. But here's what this individual has to say. First post here, I've been looking at the leaks and the videos of people talking about them, and I have some different conclusions about what they could possibly be. I'll start with the starters. If the type change rumor is to be believed, I would assume that it's going to be like stance change or Zen mode. That being said, I don't see the starter typings to be what everyone thinks. I think the starters will start off as at their final stage, Grass Fairy or Grass Fighting, Fire Steel or Fire Rock, and Water Flying and Water Dark. Well, these are what people have been speculating. He's not really saying anything new here. So Grass Fairy is one that we've already thought about. Then Fire Rock, Fire Steel, those are more unlikely that we haven't really heard about those. But then Water Flying and Water Dark, those have been already speculated. Here's what I think this. Sprigatito, looking at the design, I could see this Pokemon becoming almost monk-like because of what looks like a crest on its chest. I could see this evolving into something reminiscent of Sirfetch'd, but with a conquistador theme. I guess that could work. I don't know. For Coco, I don't see this as being a ghost type. I think the mask on the face looks more like a helmet. It would make more sense than Fire Ghost. I would imagine this would be more like a knight, than anything else. I could see this being more of a defensive Pokemon than anything else. His belly looks like plating. I'm gonna say. Quaxley, I'm sure this one will end up looking like some sort of pirate. The crest on his on the hat looks very maritime themed. The split between the types here is based off of the inherent sailing culture of the Iberian Peninsula. Water Dark for the pirate or Water Flying for the captain. As for the gimmick, I think everyone has been beating around the bush with the form change, but they haven't quite hit the mark. A much more likely scenario, given the way moves worked in Arceus, would be Pokemon have a second ability that causes the form change when a certain condition is met. This is the form change. Examples, don't crucify me for the ability names, but this is work in progress using the starters. Sprigatito having an ability, a secondary ability called Conqueror. When insert final evolution name knocks out a Pokemon using insert move here, Sprigatito changes battle stances, raising its attack and speed by lowering its defenses. So that actually is a logical way to look at it. Instead of it being like some actual form change, like this new, mechanic, it wouldn't be a literal form change. It would just be like stances or just like an aura around it that changes like part of like how the combat of the Pokemon works. Like, for example, right here, as he explained, if it has this ability, if a certain criteria is met, like, aka, knock out a Pokemon, then it goes into the stance where it increases in certain things, but it gets hit by a negative as well, which is the whole thing that was mentioned by, in this case, Eclipse, which is another person that kind of riddles and stuff, and he said that there's a malice, there's a negative to the mechanics. So I don't really know, but he also says here, Fuecoco could have Eternal Service. When Fuecoco is knocked out, it sheds its armor and becomes ethereal. It loses steel typing and becomes ghost type. Its special attack rises and its speed rises at the cost of losing HP each turn. So again, this actually makes like a logical sense because this would be so different from anything we've ever seen. All the other versions of these mechanics have always been something where there's a giant big red nuclear button that you have to press, and that activates that, like, your nuclear move essentially, right? It's like your final option is what it's always been. Think about it. Mega Evolution, giant big button that says Mega Evolve. Z moves, giant Z move button you can click to just use it. G-Max and Dynamax, same shit. It's just a giant nuclear button that you click when you want to go boom boom, right? But this would be different. This wouldn't work directly, like, by clicking a button. This would be something in the background of the Pokemon, almost in the back. Like, it wouldn't even have anything to do, like, it wouldn't be a mechanic that you can just click and it would work. It would be something you would have to time up really well with actual, you know, battles. Like, in a battle, if a certain thing doesn't happen, then the actual, you know, ability mechanic wouldn't actually work, right? In this case, like he said, if, you know, Fuecoco is knocked out, then its armor would, like, fall off, and that's the only time it would actually work. This would be such a unique and different way to do things, and I think this is probably going to be, like, the most likely possibility, in my opinion. I think this guy really hit it, like, the nail right on the head here. So what do you guys think? And he also has a final, which is, you know, Quaxley anchors away. When Quaxley is backed into a corner, you know, like, low HP, Quaxley lands and changes his battle tactics, becoming a brawler. His super effective attacks do 1.5 times more damage, but he also takes 1.5 times more damage. And yeah, he continues on, like, saying, you know, anchor away such a, you know, like, I don't know, like, all this just sounds so cool. Like, this actually sounds like a really cool way to do things. A really cool way to actually, I don't know, make a mechanic that properly works. And I want to know what you guys think about this, because honestly, this is going to be one of the best takes I've seen and the best ideas I've seen for it. So I want to know you guys' thoughts and opinions. Let me know in the comment section down below. And that's going to be it for the video, guys. Shout out to Tudagling, I guess in this case, to Dangling, for actually, you know, coming out with this really cool concept for what it could be like. And let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. My name is Ruff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, and bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen.